In a recent video, I've looked at the Sony RX1R Mark II as being a great everyday camera for street and travel photography. But now in this video, we're going right to the other end of the scale and we're going to look at the Sony flagship, the Sony A1 with the 50mm f1.2 G Master lens. I've picked Coal Drops Yard in London for the shoot, and if you're not familiar with that, you're not alone. I'll give you some background along with the images. I packed the camera for this outing using the Peak Design camera sling, and it pretty much takes up most of the room in the sling, allowing a little bit of space for personal items, but that worked quite well for me. Coal Drops Yard is easily accessible for me. I just get the train to Paddington and then the underground being the Circle Line to King's Cross. And by the way, there are some great photo locations around King's Cross and St Pancras, so if you happen to be going there, stop off at the King's Cross station and have a look around St Pancras as well, particularly the St Pancras Hotel, for some really beautiful photo location. Coal Drops Yard is not far away. It's at the back of King's Cross going towards the Regent's Canal. Coal Drops Yard is a recently redeveloped public space that has been created from two coal drops built in 1850 and 1860. Coal brought by train from Yorkshire was put onto horse-drawn carts and barges on the Regent's Canal to supply London with coal. The archways were used to move the coal onto the barges and the carts and have been repurposed as boutique shops, cafes and eating places, retaining much of the original brickwork. The two coal drops have been joined with this heart-shaped roof, combining them into one and creating the yard. Some of the coal was converted to gas and stored in the nearby gas holders. This remaining gas holder has been converted into apartments. A 3-bedroom here could set you back £7.5 million. What was good about using this combination of the Sony A1 and the f1.2 50mm lens? Well, first of all, the beautiful quality, vibrant images with great dynamic range. This is an excellent sensor, excellent camera and lens combination. The superb camera feel, including the quality LCD panel and viewfinder. And of course, stabilization is excellent for shooting at low shutter speeds. It's got snappy and accurate focus. With this f1.2 lens, the biggest feature is the really tight depth of field that you can get with pleasing bokeh, though I didn't get a chance to test it at night, but you really can separate the subject from the background. I can't help feeling though that using the A1 for street photography doesn't really test out all its strengths. Things like the dual card slots aren't really needed in this kind of situation. High-speed shooting isn't something that's required. And of course, we're not using any of the superb video capabilities that the camera has. So what was not so good about using this camera? Well, firstly, and most importantly, the size and the weight of the combination. It's almost 1.6 kilograms compared to just 520 grams for the RX1, so it's actually 3 times the weight of the compact camera. And carrying something that is both larger and heavier made me feel quite conspicuous when I was out shooting. 50mm as a focal length felt quite tight to me, and I would have much preferred to get more in the frame with the 35mm, which is my preferred focal length for street and travel photography. Though I did shoot some panos to get the wider view at times, and that's always an option. I'll do another video with the A1 and the 35mm f1.4 G Master and see if that feels any different. Mostly, it just felt like a big deal to me going out and shooting with £8,000 worth of camera and lens. I wouldn't just drop it into my bag when out and about in London, whereas I might with the compact camera. So it's something that is just for a more significant outing, and I guess that makes it less likely that it's going to be used on such a regular basis. So what are your thoughts? Would you rather go out and shoot street photography with the best kit that you can possibly afford, or would you prefer something that is more inconspicuous like the RX1 or the Fujifilm X100. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments below. And as I said, I'll be going out to shoot again with the A1 on the 35mm GM, and also to try a similar location with the RX1. So if you want to catch those, please subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified when they come up. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.